So we got this woman, and we have talked about this many times before, is wondering why guys don't approach them anymore. She's just so curious about that. And once again, we're going to rehash some things with that. Let's go ahead and roll that.
What happened to men not being afraid to come and talk to you in person? Like, I feel like I run into men all the time who will like say something to their homeboy or like say something, a compliment loud enough for me to hear, not directly speaking to me, but just so I can hear it so I can say thank you. And that's like their way of knowing if they can come and talk to me or not. And I remember when I was younger, like I could be in a group of 20 girls and the guy would not care. He would come part the Red Sea and come and get my number. Like what happened to that? Where did that get lost? Did it get lost because of these dating apps? Like I've never been on a dating app and I will never be on one just because I just don't feel like my man is on there. I feel like my man is going to see me in person. He's not going to be afraid. He's going to come and talk to me. Right? So like, am I doing something wrong? Or like, is that over with? Are they just expecting us to come and talk to them? Like, are y'all going to approach them? Because hell would freeze over before I ever.
Well, young sister, listen. It's quite a few reasons today why men don't really approach you. Now, you mentioned the tactic of him kind of talking to his homeboy, but talking to you loud enough, saying it loud enough where you can hear it to wait for you to say thank you or whatever like that. So basically what he was doing was he was trying to see if there was an opening to talk to you, because some of y'all, just call it what it is, some of y'all be having stone faces when you walk around. Some of you don't have like a smiling demeanor. And I understand at the same time, because like I just say this with balance, some of you dudes are weird. So sometimes you keep a certain face to keep certain weirdos from you. So like I said, I'm giving you just a balance. Another thing, it could be with that particular guy in his mind, well, what if I approach her and she like, like that and look you up and down, or like, you know how some of y'all can do. It happens. There's no reason to be clowning a man like that. But let's say maybe that's in his mind. So he's thinking if you say thank you, then okay, now I got an opening. Another reason a lot of times guys today don't say anything is because when the Me Too movement jumped off, and you got to remember, guys are losing their jobs and careers they've been working in for a long time off of compliments, not like some creepy thing like touching you or saying something real nasty to you, but compliments. Now, when I used to work in my petrochemical job, around that time period, they had a meeting, right? And they was talking about that, about, engaging women and stuff like that on the job. And there was a lady that did it. And as she was talking, I was just kind of peeping it like this. Of course, like me, I never talked to no woman on no job other than about the job, right? Or unless you cool with somebody feeding you information or, about different things in the office or whatever. The sister putting, we had one sister like that in the office, and she was putting us on game. She was like, hey, they saying this in the office, or watch this, or this, she'll tell us. So shout out to the sisters that's putting brothers on game on the job. So the woman was talking about that. So she kept talking. She was annoying me. I was like, so basically what I'm hearing, and this probably, I'm addressing all the men in here, because it's all men. Any of you guys do not give a compliment to no woman here. Stick to your job. Only talk to her about the job and go home. And that way you won't have no problems. That's what I said. Well, the lady was like, well, yeah, you guys don't have to take it that far. What? So when a man say, because I was advising other men, just do your job. Don't say nothing to nobody. That way you can keep your good job, right? Now that's a problem. So when a lot of men was getting let go, fired, etc. for compliments, not harassment, but compliments, a lot of men say, okay, leave them alone with that. Don't say nothing to them unless they are inviting me to have a conversation with them. You understand what I'm saying? That particular movement, and they don't talk about that movement no more because the unintended consequences, like right after that time, a lot of women was not getting promoted in jobs because a lot of jobs have men. So the men like, look, I don't really want her around me like that, or just them around me, because I'm having a normal conversation with another man. They hear it, and all of a sudden I lost my job because I'm having a conversation with another man. I wasn't even talking to her. So women was not getting promoted right after that. And they was complaining about they wouldn't get promoted. Or they were complaining that if they had a meeting with a man or a boss or supervisor, that they wanted other people in the room with them. They couldn't have a one-on-one conversation because a lot of men were like, nah, I'll leave that door open and I need the secretary sitting right here with me, or I need this person, that person right here. I'm not saying nothing to you behind closed doors. No. And they were starting to complain about that. You think other men didn't see that? So it trickled down to the dating world. Now, I do agree with her about the dating app situation. That stuff is, I don't know why would anybody do that. We didn't have dating apps when I was, in that time period, didn't have that at all. And you need to get out in the street. I tell people all the time, you travel a lot and go different places, you'll meet people. You'll meet some interesting people, but move around. So I agree with her about the dating app situation. That dating app stuff is overran anyway. It's for men, according to the research, dating apps is a sausage fest. And the reason why you get rejected so much because there's so many men on there, and the women can do that to you because there's more of you on there. So you always got to look at, even though in society it's more women than men, but so that's why I say move around, get into different cities. Go to a New York, go to a Dallas, go to a Houston, a New Orleans, an Atlanta, different cities, like I said, Charlotte, North Carolina. Move around the country at least, and you may meet somebody. If you're a man or you're a woman too, you may eventually meet somebody if you move around. But that's why just a lot of men just not really approaching, because they just don't want to be accused of anything. Men are in gyms now, which I really would like gyms to ban filming in the gym, or create a section that you could film yourself in this section of the gym, but the rest of the gym you can't be filming. First of all, when people working out, they don't want to be filmed. I mean, why are you doing that? Or if a man he's looking right here, someone say, man, these dumbbells, and this woman is passing by and she starts one of them things, why are you looking at me? Now, of course, that's never happened to me, but I've seen those videos and they're like, I'm looking right here at this thing. I'm even paying attention to you. You know what I'm saying? Or if the dude, let's say filming himself and a woman comes up saying something to him, like, I saw you staring at me and so that's another thing. I mean, like dudes can't even go to the gym no more. The gym used to be a sacred place for men where men can get out, work out, get that aggression men have, some weights, or they're hitting a heavy bag or doing whatever. Now the gyms got these ladies in there filming and you know what I'm saying? I mean, men know what I'm talking about here. So that's why they don't even want to say nothing to you. It's because it's always an issue and a problem. Or you're trying to film them, clown them. It's just a lot of men like, let me do something different to get her attention. Let me say, ooh boy, that one really look good. Which one? The one over there sitting at that table right there. She wearing a green dress or this. That's how I think I got to do it for basically to not be put in a creeper mode. But then even then, they may call you a creeper, right? So men can't win for losing. So young lady, that's why they doing it. That's why they're doing it. You just got to adapt to the times that really a lot of women and feminists in particular, that's what they push. So yeah, that's why a lot of men just won't approach y'all no more. But this is the thing, when men travel outside the country, they don't have the same issues, so they can approach a lot more outside the country. But in America, for sure, yeah, a man got to be careful if he want to lose his job, his business, if he want to be accused of anything. Because in America, men are guilty until proven innocent when they're being accused by women.